Today I want to share 2 unexpected improvements I've noticed since adding salt back into my diet. About 3 or 4 years ago, I noticed I started getting a red sore between my pinky toe and the next toe over, right in that little groove in my toe. And it was red and irritated, but it only hurt when I would put pressure on my toe. So if I was sitting Indian style on the floor or on any surface really, and my toe was being pushed into the other toe, I would notice a little bit of pain. It wasn't bad, it wasn't anything that I felt I needed to go see a doctor about or anything like that, but it was just something that I would notice from time to time. And there was always this little sore in there, or this little irritated area. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like some sort of athlete's foot, or I just really have no idea. But I just kind of left it alone, and I would try putting tea tree oil on it, and that would help a little bit, but nothing ever really took it away. Well, since adding salt back into my diet, it's mysteriously cleared up. So that's the first thing. The second thing I noticed is something that I shared with you guys a while back about my dry eyes at night when I'm sleeping. So in a past video, I told you guys how when I'm sleeping at night, my eyes would get so dry to the point where I couldn't blink my eyes when I would open them. They just had zero moisture. And I thought that by supplementing with the iodine, that was what was helping, because it was during that time, shortly after I had started that supplementation, that I noticed my eyes were improving. Well, as time went by, my eyes started to dry up again, and they were just as bad as they were before. But after adding salt back into my diet, I noticed my dry eyes are steadily improving again. It's not nearly the problem that it used to be. So now I'm relating it to the salt, and here's why. During the early supplementation of iodine, however you say it, the protocol when you're having lots of bromine detox is to do this, what's called a salt protocol, where you take a good portion of salt and you flush the bromine out of your body. So I'm pretty sure that it was during that time of getting lots of sodium back into my body is what helped my eyes to improve during the night. And then once I stopped doing that salt protocol over time, then my eyes started to dry out again. In doing a little research online, I've seen some other people talk about the same thing, where they've removed salt from their diet and they started having dry eyes. Then they added salt back in and they started noticing improvements again. So I'm relatively confident that it is the salt that is improving my dry eyes at night. I don't know if this will work for you if you have dry eyes and you've cut out salt, but it is definitely something to look into. I'm all about experimenting and trying new things, trying different things, and this is why it's so important not to be attached to any dogma when it comes to anything really, but specifically diet in this case. When you come up against a certain issue, like I did with my dry eyes, if I had not experimented or tried different things or stuck with the no salt concept of the 80-10-10 diet or rules, I never would have found this solution, or I never would have realized this solution. That's why it's so important for me to listen to my intuition, listen to my body, listen to what it's asking for, what I'm being drawn towards. Like, I really was feeling a desire to put a little salt in my food, and the more that I would salt my food, the more that I would notice an improvement in my eyes and the dryness going away. And it's very interesting to me how the sore between my toes just magically healed all of a sudden after years of no salt in my diet and restricting the sodium. Now suddenly adding it back in, and this little sore on my foot just magically clears up. I always like to share these things because I never know when it's going to help you guys. So I do hope that you found this video helpful in some way, shape, or form. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And feel free to share this with your family and friends if you think it might help them as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.